are safe. You are safe. How does that make you feel? Nice, right? It's been a long couple of years for all of us. And I want you to focus on that, because what is happening right now, the energy is fixing. It's clearing. God is clearing the way right now. The past, you are safe. Everyone write that in the comments. You are safe. And in today's lesson, I'm going to explain to you why this is the shift, this is the energy of this time that we're going through. And sometimes the light, and we're going to understand this at a very deep level today, we have to be prepared. So you might be getting this message and you could refer to your everyday life, and you had a lot of traumas, you had a lot of things that made you feel unsafe, through your root chakra. Okay, let's get the beautiful reds going today. Let's get those beautiful red hearts flowing in the chat. Tons today, because that base, that foundation is being healed at a rapid pace. That energy can't go with us, right? So all of the traumas, all of the frequencies that are inside of this vessel that we're using is going to be broadcasting or magnetically attracting the reality that we experience. And you know that we are now entering a reality where we are the kings, we are the queens. We have true abundance in our life, so this can't go along with us. It's coming up to be purged. We're going through healing. It's very painful. I'm going to be explaining all of this to you today. If you're new to the channel, I'm Michael. I discuss the ascension journey, and I make it relevant for everyday life people. Clearing the past trauma. God says no more. And sometimes we get a little energetic assistance, if you will, to move these things along. Okay? And please click that like button. We're live, so others will get this message. It's a great support. Clearing past trauma. A lot of focus on the root. Resilience is what we needed to tap into. Resilience. You might have had obstacles, you might have had people, you might have had systems, you might have had a bunch of clowns actually pop up out of nowhere to purposefully put you in fear, and it happened over and over again, repeatedly for an extended period of time. Are you getting this message? You might be seeing me for the first time, and I'm speaking about what you, because we're the royal family and we're all the same, over the past few years, did you go through a lot of this? And you could look at your life and you said, wow, I never experienced so much before. My whole previous life, I had more traumas. I had more of these circumstances that kind of bashed my root, kind of bashed fear. You couldn't get comfortable. You didn't feel safe. You know, the system, maybe the system you even worked for was turned against you. Maybe people in your own home turned against you. How many people did that happen to over the past few years? You could blast the red hearts in the chat right now if you went through this. Resilience is what God wanted us to learn. We learned resilience. Life will not always go according to plans. Obstacles were thrown in front of us. But as I taught you a long time ago, the obstacle is actually the way. You know, if you're here and you're kind of surviving, you're outlasting the onslaught, if you will. You have been trained by God. If you are a true quote-unquote chosen one that is changing the DNA for the entire family lineage, you might be the black sheep of your family. You are going to now be a professional at whatever it is you did and how to overcome these things. And I share a lot about this. We're all going to be professionals at certain things. This is what God has tasked us to do. We don't have to do it all, you know. And if you're getting this message, I know, you know, a lot of times you say, I want to do you're not here to do everything. But what you are here to do is do the specific things that you became a professional. You overcame these things. You healed from these things. You defeated all these things, and now you could pay it forward. In order to be in our true abundance, you know, my Nana taught me what God does. There's a time for this and a time for that. The wise words of my Nana. Time for this and a time for that. That season is over. There was a time for it. There was a time for us to have our root chakra blasted. Oh, man. Constant curves and swerves. The constant feeling that you don't feel safe. And there was a reason for this. Now, we are a receiver, and we're picking up multiple stations at the same time, different frequencies. Over the past few years, there was an attempt to make you vulnerable to fear. Once again, over the past few years, that's why it happened over and over and over and over and over. But we outlasted the onslaught. That didn't mean that there wasn't damage done to our armory, right? The armor was damaged. Try to make us vulnerable to fear. And over the course of time in our physical body, this vessel, I'm here to teach you true health and wellness this year. Please click the subscribe button. I know there are certain individuals, maybe in spirituality, you see them out there, they don't understand the importance of this vessel. It's so important to navigate. Now, with that said, trauma creates chemical imprints in the body. We need a time or a way to release these chemical imprints. And sometimes we get the assistance, the light comes in. The energy, the light actually helps us release. We have to assist these things along. How can we do that, Uncle Mike? Through fasting, through what you eat, detoxification, assist it along. And it needs to come out. It's going to be. A long time ago, I did a video, the agenda to block your lower chakras. Okay? If you're new to this, chakra does not mean spiritual wackadoo. In the ancient Sanskrit, chakra means spinning wheel of energy. So right now, we're focused. We're going down to the base. We're focused on the roots. Focus on your reds, your yellows, your oranges, right? Your sacral. And a lot of us have experienced a lot of damage in those areas. When the energy is blocked down there, it's not rising up to your creative power. Your connection to God. A lot of people aren't connected to God. They're connected to their phones. And always remember, you know, technology is not good or bad. Are you studying? I'm using the phone right now to assist millions of people. Does not mean it's bad, but if you're sitting there scrolling Instagram and wasting your day and being distracted, you can't be distracted from yourself. You have to stay focused on these things. So we have to realize that we are God mode creators. Okay, I left 2 very powerful videos out in nature the last 2 days. You could go check them out. A lot of people will, in the matrix, they might not understand the pain that you're going through at this time. And it's almost like, so the darkness or the frequency that doesn't want this to happen, they will throw everything but the kitchen sink at you in order to get you into that fear. Okay, we have to heal this right now. The solar flash is assisting us. God is clearing this past trauma away right now because we gotta go right now. You could write it down. We gotta go. Henry Sterling, 1111. Thank you so much, Henry. It's my honor to do it, Henry. Thank you. Very grateful for that. So, a lot of things, it's not a one-time thing. If you're witnessing and you're saying, you know what, this doesn't even make sense, certain things have to happen for an extended period of time. If you want to manifest something good, you can't just do it one day. If you want to be healthy and strong, you don't go to the gym one day. You have to do it for an extended period of time. So maybe the ones that were trying, they are terrified of your they're actually terrified of the way that you could create things. So maybe fear was put your way for an extended period of time. They try to take your finances away. They sent clowns into your life to try to distract you. How many people did this happen? This fear is just spells, it's words, it's an illusion. Witchcraft has an expiration date. The light of Christ is forever, is almighty. The light of Christ trumps witchcraft. Why don't you smash the like button if that resonates in your soul? Why don't you share this with someone else that needs to hear it? Because I've seen my brothers and sisters, and I have to go through all these things. We all have to experience it together, and we all rise up together. Great lengths were taken to get you tuned into fear. We can't resonate on that frequency anymore. We are resonating on abundance. Let's load up the 888s. The abundance is coming in. Yeah, there's no more survival. So a lot of you know this, right? So the root and all that, they wanted you to just be in survival. And I've shared this many times. If you are focused and you know, once you get past that survival mode, that's why they want you in survival mode. Everything else is quote unquote gravy. And then you're calm. And then you say, I am safe. And then you move forward and you start creating everything. True Blue, I'm so grateful for that. Thank you so much. Thank you for your sacred work. I appreciate that. It's my honor to do it. It gives me vocation in life. It's my honor to do it, True Blue. Seriously. You know, I'm here to be a lighthouse for men to wake up to their true potential. Be real men. And real men need purpose in life. And when you're focused on your vocation and you stay locked on and you're actually embraced and you're in, everything else follows that. And if you're new to the channel, please click subscribe. Your ascension has to come first. Your connection to God comes first, and then everything else. And then when things show up, then you say, you know what? Whatever is showing up for me is for me. You don't have to live in that fear anymore. You have to stay focused and not be distracted. The other day, I left a very powerful quote. I think we really need to stay focused on this. We are leaving a life of obligation, and we are entering a life of creation. We are leaving a life of obligation, bowing down to weak and worthless things, obligated, being used, the root chakra, the fear, being used as a human battery. We are leaving a life of obligation, and we are entering a life of creation. And you smash the like button if that resonates with you. You got to rise up. You can't live in fear anymore. Jane Hawks, I love you, Jane. I'm very grateful for that, Jane. Thank you. I love the little dog too. I love the little dogs. I shared this story, you know. I go to the beach a lot. Sometimes the owners will take the dogs to the beach. They let them go. I see this dog, they're just so happy to be on the beach. That's actually how I am. I'm actually a simple man. Simple things in life. The dog is jumping up in the air, running. He's so excited. That's sometimes we just got to be that dog. That's all. We just have to be that dog, you know? And that's all we have to do. Constantly, we are pulling information from the world. Okay, so we are an antenna. And again, it is the way of the world. There's a lot of fear in the ether. And our antennas, a lot of you know this, the quantum field, the ether, we are picking up on this. We have to transmute a lot of it, not only for ourselves, our family lineage, but for the collective as well. You might have to spend time in nature. I showed that the past couple of days. A lot of deep healing has been happening for me. Honestly, yesterday was one of those days, but it's a good feeling. I know it. It was a peaceful. You ever have like that? It's a different. You have to know yours different sleeps. It was such a peaceful sleep. I slept. It was usually sometimes in the afternoon. I'll take like a short nap. It was a very long sleep in the early evening. And maybe you felt that. Or maybe you might feel it today. Maybe you felt it the day before. Remember, we're going through a shift right now. So it's a window of time. Deep healing for the root is happening right now. You are safe. You understand how this works? You are safe. And once you're safe, this is the foundation. You have to stand with your feet planted firmly. Once you're safe, if you are in fight or flight, it's very difficult. And that's why a lot of us went through a lot of curves and swerves and a lot of crazy things in the past few years. But once you say, you know what, now I'm safe, then that's when the true creation begins to happen. Because you cannot create from a place of fear. You create from places of love and authenticity. You create from places of love and authenticity. I think those are two beautiful words for everyone to write down. Write them in the comments. We create from love and authenticity. We don't create from fear. That's why a lot of us, if you're conscious and aware of these things, these are not coincidences. You saw the attempt. And I'm going to give you a real life example so that everyone could focus on the first one, and then you apply it. You apply it to people that came into your life. You apply it to systems. You apply it to things that try to lower your frequency on purpose. Did you realize that this happened? Things tried to lower your frequency on purpose. It was done on purpose. But this witchcraft, the fear, is just, it's false evidence appearing real. It's fake. It's false. It's an illusion. It's gone. You're out of here. You're out of here. Now we're safe again. Now we are safe again. So you might hear this right now and you say, I love to teach. Did you know this? So you say, hey, this sounds interesting, Uncle Mike. How do you know that maybe it's done on purpose? How do you know we're placed into fear on purpose by, could be people, things, and situations of evil. What is evil? It's to live in reverse. It's the opposite. It's the opposite of Christ. It's antichrist. You believe that crap? You believe the fake? It's just a fake thing. You are God mode activated. Trumaline Sanders, critical hit. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. I'm very grateful. Very grateful. They know, or evil knows, or Antichrist knows that you are awakening. And there are attempts to send things into your life to get you tethered to fear. This happened over the past few years. It failed miserably. We are on the new timeline. When did this happen before? This happened in 2012. 2012, Uncle Mike. How do you know this? Oh, remember back in 2012? It was actually the increase. This is when the light was starting to come in, entering a new age. You could go back and maybe recall, if you have been conscious and aware, you said, you know what, I remember the sun changed. It became maybe a different color. It went from more of a yellowish color, which it still is at sunrise and sunset, but when it's high in the sky, it's almost like white with a indigo halo. It became brighter. Did you notice maybe increased light coming in? Well, fear-based programming knew this. What do you remember about 2012? You saw the videos, you saw the TV shows, 2012, the end of the world, and people were thrown down into fear on purpose. That's the root, that's fear. So when you are in that frequency, right, and it affects our bodies, that's why we have to purge this right now. We're purging it right now. Recall back in look at the movies, and maybe you're a young one that's just coming up right now. Well, use the Google and check out what were the movies talking about in 2012. It was the end of the world. They had them on the TV shows, and a lot of people were sitting there, and instead of creating their everyday life, instead of living in abundance, they were waiting for death. What a terrible place to be. Please click the like button if you're learning something new. On my journey, I stay away from people that are negative, that try to make me feel like garbage. I only invite people that make me feel good. It's an inverted world, and the more that you know this, and again, we go through peaks and valleys. If you never saw my video, Create Boundaries with the Universe, you should check that out. You cannot allow people that make you feel lousy. You cannot allow people that put you into fear on purpose. A mentor of mine taught me when I was younger and I started doing this, I thought everything was unicorns and rainbows. But he said, Michael, some people would rather pull you into the pit with them than rise up out of the pit with you. You have to avoid these people like the plague. You got to stay calm right now. You got to stay cool as a cucumber right now. That's how important it is. We have to allow the healing to happen. So, you know, I've shared this many times. Like, it's not like the solar flash, it just happens and that's it. It's just going to be done for, oh, there it is, boom, the solar flash, and it's done. Okay? We have to realize that we have to do things, and when God removes things from our lives, we have to be conscious and aware not to allow it to happen again. Not to do, don't come back in. It comes up in many forms. That's why as I teach with frequencies. I teach with energies. Have you ever witnessed a spirit? You know the spirit pops up out of the face, and you've seen this same type of spirit pop up out of totally different people. How many people saw that? You could hit a star, you could hit the targets, you could hit 100% in the comments. Leave it in the comments. Have you ever witnessed the same type of spirit pop out of totally different people? It's an interesting time that we're in, but we have no fear because we are the kings and queens of this new earth. I function like a well-oiled machine. I function with laser pinpoint accuracy. I could see everything. And the reason why I'm able to do this is because I got my clairs up, especially for our men. Women are actually more naturally, spiritually in tune. If you are a man, I'm here to assist you on this. That's just how it is. But a lot of society wanted you to, get out of your masculine and actually get out of your feminine. We all have to hold a little bit. Oh, don't listen. Don't be sensitive, men. Don't listen to your feelings. I listen to my feelings. I know exactly what's going on. You got to know thyself. You got to feel these things. You got to think for yourself. Tap in. Good spirits pop up as well. And that's why it's fascinating. And we're just kind of we're learning this on the fly. But the main idea is to remove fear. Please focus on the message. I am safe. We are safe. You are safe. The beautiful reds and oranges. Lisa Marie, the beautiful oranges. Thank you, Lisa Marie. Love waking up and listening to you. So grateful. Oh, it's my honor. I'm grateful that you're here. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate everyone. You guys give me the energy to do this daily. Trumaine Sanders, thank you so much for that. I'm very grateful for you. Thank you for that. We are safe. You have to get with it right now. One of the things that I share, because it is our everyday lives, it's about community. You know, doesn't matter how powerful you are, you have to go through things, and I go through things. And we're all a family, community. Think back in 2020, they wanted to separate people. People, they became very separate. A lot of free will decisions. Some people went one way, some people went the other. But here, we are focused. You could throw up the 144 if that resonates. It's a frequency. Code 144. You have to understand these frequencies. And God will send you strangers, but they are not strangers. They are your family. You know, my life has been difficult in the past few years. A lot of people might never understand the pain that I had riveting in my body, but I kept moving forward on a daily basis. Most of the time, I have to do everything myself. It's part of my training. But every once in a while, God sends assistance. The assistance is your true family. We all pick each other up. I gave the depiction almost like we're spiraling up, and and then each way, you might fall a little bit, the next, and we're all going up in the same general direction as we spiral upwards. And it's important that we all heal at this time. You, all of us must heal. And we're doing it together. The world will see the hand of God move. You have to know that there is not a savior on the TV for this time period. We all are a family. And realize this. Sometimes the people that you save you right back. We are the royal family. Do you remember? It ain't an easy time period. And that's how it actually works. There's times, and we're all doing something, and we have to put work in. But as we move forward, sometimes you have to lead the way, and then sometimes you take a step back and somebody else does. And then it's your turn to lead the way again, and then you take a step back, and then it's somebody else. But it's so natural. You ever meet people and it's so natural, you can just be yourself. It just flows so easy. Right? This is the authentic ascension journey. Jane Markey, thank you so much for the support. I'm very grateful. Rascal Advocate, thank you so much. You're a rascal. I'm just kidding. Thank you. 144, we focused on the extraordinary life. We're living intentionally with excellence. Ascending up as we heal, save ourselves, rise up royals. I love that. Rise up royals. How about we write that down as well? Rise up royals. We're all going to have a time period, and we have to know we have to know the proper way. We have to know nature, the natural way. This is how family operates. Sit back, observe, be the observer. Tesla said, be the observer. Observe. And listen to yourself and listen to how things make you feel. Is this person or this situation or this system or this job or whatever it might be? People, things, or situations. Is it making your root chakra ache? Are you obligated to this job? Are you obligated to this person? That's witchcraft they got in your head. Oh, you ain't got to do nothing, kid. Wake up. Hit the like button if that's the truth. But honestly, though, it takes a lot of fear, and sometimes we get a little assistance from God, and that assistance might look like your life becoming like a storm, and you might be like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. And you get in because you don't know what to do. I went through it. You have a beautiful idea in mind, but it's not a linear path, and God swoops you up. Okay, God, here we go. We're in a storm. I have no clue where I am. You can't even see anything. But it got you to where you needed to be. Now, during that process, you might take on damage to your body. It served it. It did, definitely did. No regrets. But now we have to, and what we're doing is paying it forward so that other people will know how to manage it. Okay, so we're live. Can you hear me crystal clear? Can you hit 555 or am I glitching? I'll wait. Used to say, the teachers know what it is. If there's noise, I'll wait. And then you go back to teaching, right? How about now? Am I clear? Am I clear? Okay, now we're getting the fives. We're live, so if you're watching on the replay, sorry about that. And sometimes on the replay, it's clear the whole way anyway. So these are the frequencies that we're picking up. It's really important to realize that this shift is happening. These densities have to leave. The solar flash, and I've been sharing, a lot of you know that this is the time, this is the season. This stuff comes up, we kind of feel these pains, it has to leave the body. You might have pain in the back, pain in the stomach. The lower chakras, you are safe. There was an over-exaggerated attempt, pay attention, there was an over-exaggerated attempt to make you feel not safe. You cannot be touched. You are sealed in the forehead. So certain things can be manipulated around you, but you cannot be touched. You are sealed in the forehead. You could write sealed in the forehead. We're back. And now's the divine timing. Of course it is. The channel is glitching, Margaret writes. It's got to be a powerful one. So some people are saying it's clear, but this is evidence of how powerful this is. Someone says refresh, refresh. Right, refresh in the chat. There's a few more things I want to touch on before I get off. If you are, someone write refresh, because some people are hearing me and some people aren't. Hit refresh, back out, come back in. JD and Grimm writes, we are back. We're back. You see what's going on? We're manifesting the real things that, these are the little, this is what God is telling us, right? It's kind of like we're going back, and now we're on the clear channel. You are an antenna. You're picking up all these frequencies. We got to be on the clear channel, not tuned into fear. We got to be connected to God. We're on the clear channel. We're receiving the broadcast of wealth, abundance, happiness, joy, freedom, sovereignty, freedom, sovereignty. Or your freedom was taken away. Yeah. You didn't realize where it got taken away. Sometimes people might have blamed people, famous people on the TV, but you have to start looking. You have to decipher. This is what I'm here to do. I'm here to teach about your everyday life. Take your everyday life, look at it, and who took your freedom away? You'll be surprised. What things? Oh, this was good. This is good for me. Maybe it's not. Maybe it took your freedom and sovereignty away. Rascal Advocate is back. Okay, we're back online. Please click the like button. So this seems to be a very powerful message. Whenever I'm live and it glitches like this, it means it's very powerful. I will glitch the... Sometimes when you see, like I want it to run smooth, but sometimes we get confirmations like that. It's so powerful. We're glitching the timeline right now. We are glitching the timeline right now. Okay, please click that like button if you just came in. So what I was trying to say before that whole debacle was going on with the glitching, you are sealed in the forehead. You cannot be touched. You might notice this. You yourself, you're always the same. Sometimes you're in fear, but you have inner dialogue. You're the same person. And then you could critique other people in your, wait, okay, this person is always the same, okay? This person, sometimes they act one way, sometimes they're another way, sometimes their eyes change. They're acting like a different person. I feel confused. You are sealed in the forehead. You ever see the pictures of Jesus Christ? You ever see the pictures of the saints and they have a halo around their head? It didn't mean they actually had that halo around their head. It was the seal in the forehead. This was known back in the day, and the ancient ones are back. Do you remember the halos? Remember Jesus with the halo? Look at the pictures. Remember the Blessed Mother? My Nana taught me about the Blessed Mother. She said, Mikey, remember and I'm here to make that Blessed Mother rise. Because that's what the divine masculine is here to do, is to protect our divine feminine. Because the locusts, the Jezebels are out there. Oh, do you see the bigger picture? Oh, we're going to rise up. And we're gonna clear the path for our true divine feminine. Yeah. You got to know these things. Stephen, I appreciate you. Uncle Mike audio is cutting out. Stephen, okay, so maybe watch replay as well. If you are experiencing that, you could write watch replay in the chat. Some people, this is what happens. It's very powerful. But the truth of the matter is, we are safe. Our reds, hit the red hearts. Focus on red today. You see Uncle Mike's got the red. There's a reason why we have to focus on the root. You have to feel comfortable. You have to feel safe. It's not about going straight to abundance. Oh, $1 million fell from the sky. That's not how it works. It's about a feeling. You got to feel safe. You got to feel comfortable. Then your back and your muscles and your insides is tensed up like this. And then all of a sudden it goes, I'm safe. Safety safe. Yes. Sometimes we just have to be a big kid, right? Do you feel safety safe? Yes. You got to be safety safe now. And when you're safety safe, you feel comfortable, all cuddled up, nice, relax. That's the energy we need. Ready? Safety safe. And then everything follows that. It's not your fault or my fault or the royal family's fault. A lot of us were thrown into feeling fear, not feeling safe for the past few years. On my journey, I had to keep going. There was only one thing I did. I stayed focused. I had to deal with tyranny in a job I thought I was going to have my entire life. But a lot of you knew tyranny came up in 2021. I had to stay focused on my mission in life. I had to stay focused on God. I had to stay focused on my health. People will try to distract you like a gravity tractor to pull you off. I didn't allow these people. I said, get out of here, people. I said, get out of here. I'm here to make you fear fear. F-U-C-K off, people. Hit the like button if you like that one. That's what you have to do. And we went through that. We went through it for a while. And sometimes we have to battle it out. I did a full video, Mother Bird Mike. I was Mother Bird Mike for a little bit of time. Mother Bird Mike. You ever see a mother bird when you try to go buy the eggs? Don't go buy the bird in the nest. And they'll go for you. They'll go, right? So that's what we have to do. We had to give birth. We have to give birth. That's what we needed to do. And then you become too big to rig. And then you're the biggest thing. You're bigger than the system itself. I became bigger than the system itself. It's already done. And we'll see that moving forward. You will become bigger than the system itself because you're a creator being. You're able to create. I'm here to tell you, though, you can't create from a place of fear. So let's heal this right now. Let's heal it together. I am absolutely grateful for all of your support. It's my honor to show up every single day, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. If you resonate with that, please click the subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Make sure all is selected. You could even set an alarm on your phone because everything's glitching for 9 o'clock. Know that there will be a daily video here. You could type in Our Everyday Lives into the YouTube search bar every single day. We will be here. Please visit the channel page. We gave 2 very powerful messages in the last 2 days. Focus on those messages because the solar flash is now. Please note that the solar flash, as I've been sharing for years, is an inside job. And this energy right now, the focus of it is the energy's coming in, it's clearing, it's getting rid of all those chemical traumas that we've built up in our life. We're healing. We are healing. Write it in the comments. Everyone right now, we are healing. We are healing. We are healing like never before. We are healing. We are healing. I am healed. I am healed. I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm healed. And now we could get to work. You got to be full. You got to make sure your cup is filled up first. Remember your flight attendants. Love your flight attendants. What does the flight attendant tell you? Make sure your oxygen mask is on first before assisting others. You have to be healed. You have to be ready. We are healed. We are healed. Write it down. We are healed. Red hearts, red today. Red, heal that root chakra. Heal that root chakra. I am safe. I am healed. We're healed. We're going. Oxygen mask on. Cup runneth over. All that stuff, right? Look at that. 369, Nikola Tesla. All right. I love you all. And again, I'm so grateful for all of your support, the liking, the commenting, the sharing, all that stuff. It really helps our authentic channel as we grow to 1 million and beyond. So please share it with a friend. We have Facebook, TikTok, Patreon. There are brand new posts on the other platforms as well. I am grateful across the board for each and every one of you. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. All right. Keep going, kid.